Hello and welcome to Fluently Now. Are you struggling to remember new words? Don't worry, you're not alone. In today's video, we'll explore why learning vocabulary in context works so much better than memorizing lists. Let's jump in. Learning words in context helps your brain make connections. For example, the word run feels different in I run every morning versus the car engine is running. By seeing words in sentences, stories, or conversations, you give them real meaning and make them easier to remember. Repetition is just as important. When you see or use a word multiple times, it sticks better. Think of it like hearing your favorite song. It becomes familiar over time, and you don't forget it. Don't memorize words. Memorize sounds and meanings. In this video, I'll show you how to learn vocabulary effectively using these techniques. Hit like and subscribe, and let's get started.
Did you hear about the rebellion in the city square?
Yes, people are demanding immediate reforms.
Her views on climate change are quite radical.
I agree, but they could inspire necessary actions.
Is this project even feasible with our current budget?
Yes, but we'll need to make some adjustments.
How can we integrate these new tools into our workflow?
Let's start by training the team on how to use them.
Can you explain the plural form of this word?
Sure, just add s at the end in most cases.
Why is this building so important?
It's part of our cultural heritage.
Did you catch the subtle hint in her tone?
Yes, it seems like she's not entirely convinced.
Does this case fall under our jurisdiction?
No, it's handled by a federal court.
He has such a provincial outlook on modern art.
That's because he rarely visits big cities.
Can you facilitate the meeting tomorrow?
Of course, I'll prepare the agenda today.
Did you receive any compensation for the damages?
Yes, but it wasn't enough to cover everything.
The office was in chaos after the system crashed.
I know, it took hours to restore everything.
Who will act as her guardian if something happens?
Her uncle has already agreed to take that role.
His reaction was so theatrical, don't you think?
Yes, he really knows how to draw attention to himself.
A multitude of fans gathered outside the stadium.
Yes, they were cheering so loudly.
What's the incentive for employees to work overtime?
They're offering a bonus and extra vacation days.
Our goal is to empower young women through education.
That's a wonderful initiative.
Looking at these old photos gives me so much nostalgia.
Me too, those were simpler times.
Who was chosen as the trustee of the estate?
It's her younger brother, Michael.
The welfare of the community is our top priority.
That's why we're investing in better healthcare services.
Does this laptop come with a warranty?
Yes, it has a 2-year coverage for repairs.
The Northern Lights are such a breathtaking phenomenon.
Absolutely, I hope to see them someday.
What's the numerator in 3/4?
It's 3, representing the parts we're focusing on.
He reached the apex of his career at 40.
Yes, but he continued to achieve great things after that.
Are you still going to physical therapy?
Yes, it's been helping me recover quickly.
This coastline is severely affected by erosion.
They're considering building barriers to prevent it.
Do they know who the successor to the CEO will be?
Not yet, but the decision should be announced soon.
We need to maintain momentum on this project.
Agreed, let's keep up the pace until the deadline.
How can we transform this space into a modern office?
We could start with new furniture and better lighting.
The legislative process can be quite complex.
Yes, especially when there's strong opposition.
I vividly remember the first time we met.
Me too, it was such a memorable day.
The campaign has received a lot of publicity lately.
Yes, it's all over the news and social media.
Could you enlighten me on how this process works?
Of course, let me walk you through it step by step.
The infantry is advancing toward the enemy's position.
They're crucial to securing the front lines.
The bank is under 24/7 surveillance.
That's why it's so hard to rob one.
She gave a very persuasive speech about climate change.
Yes, everyone seemed inspired to take action.
The new policy seems to polarize the public.
Yes, people either love it or hate it.
Did you hear about the plan to annex that region?
Yes, it's causing a lot of tension between countries.
He felt like the small room would suffocate him.
That's why he left to get some fresh air.
The country is fighting to maintain its sovereignty.
It's a tough situation with all the external pressures.
This solution works in a theoretical scenario.
But do you think it'll work in real life?
The orchard is full of ripe apples this season.
Let's go pick some before they're harvested.
The gradient of this hill makes it hard to climb.
Yes, but the view at the top is worth it.
Her optimism is what keeps the team motivated.
I agree, she's always so encouraging.
Can you categorize these books by genre?
Sure, I'll separate fiction, nonfiction, and poetry.
Why are you so hesitant to make a decision?
I just need more time to weigh the options.
The crowd cheered with fervor after the announcement.
It's amazing to see so much energy and excitement.
The author receives royalties for every book sold.
That's a great way to earn a steady income.
Have you visited the postal office recently?
Yes, I had to send a package overseas.
Look at how the sun sets over the horizon.
It's such a peaceful and beautiful sight.
The epidemic spread through the town in a matter of days.
Yes, the hospitals are struggling to keep up.
That novel is part of the literary canon.
It's studied in almost every literature class.
We're learning human anatomy in biology class.
It must be fascinating to understand how the body works.
Overworking can be detrimental to your health.
I know, I'll try to take breaks more often.
Is this charger compatible with my phone?
Yes, it should work perfectly fine.
How should we allocate the budget for this project?
Let's prioritize marketing and product development.
Her aspiration is to become a renowned scientist.
With her determination, she'll definitely achieve it.
Participating in elections is a civic duty.
Absolutely, every vote counts in shaping the future.
He shared a funny anecdote about his childhood.
It had everyone laughing during the meeting.
Is attendance at the meeting obligatory?
Yes, it's mandatory for all employees.
A good internet connection is indispensable for remote work.
I agree, without it, productivity suffers greatly.
He's very diplomatic when resolving conflicts.
Yes, his approach keeps everyone calm and cooperative.
Who will curate the museum's new art exhibit?
They've hired a specialist in contemporary art.
The cliffs have been affected by erosion over the years.
We need to implement measures to prevent further damage.
She's studying piano at the conservatory downtown.
That explains why she's so talented.
Animal shelters should ensure humane treatment of strays.
Absolutely, cruelty to animals is unacceptable.
Did you check the utility bill for this month?
Yes, it's higher than usual due to the cold weather.
The company issued new safety guidelines yesterday.
Let's review them before starting the project.
What's the best way to cleanse my skin?
Try using a gentle cleanser twice a day.
Her speech really resonated with the audience.
Yes, everyone felt inspired and understood her message.
The rivalry between these two teams is legendary.
I know, their games are always intense and exciting.
Did you see the new satellite launch on TV?
Yes, it's designed to improve global internet coverage.
Is the punishment proportional to the crime?
I think it's fair, considering the circumstances.
What's the rationale behind this decision?
It's based on extensive market research.
There's a strong sense of kinship in this community.
Yes, everyone supports each other during tough times.
Your posture can affect your overall health.
I've been trying to sit up straight more often.
Her response to the proposal was unequivocal.
Yes, she made it very clear that she supports the plan.
The artwork captures the transcendence of human spirit.
It's truly inspiring to see such profound creativity.
We need to foster a culture of innovation in the company.
Agreed, it starts with empowering our employees.
Is the story based on real events or entirely fictional?
It's fictional, but inspired by true historical events.
Kinetic energy is the energy of motion.
So a moving object has kinetic energy?
She's the ambassador to France.
She represents our country abroad.
This offer is exclusive to our members.
So only members can access it?
She's a formidable opponent.
I wouldn't want to compete against her.
These flowers are very aromatic.
They smell wonderful.
The benefits of exercise are tangible.
You can see and feel the difference.
He spoke with great eloquence.
He's a very articulate speaker.
The economy is in a state of stagnation.
There's no growth.
She stared into the abyss.
It seemed to go on forever.
The choreography was stunning.
The dancers moved gracefully.
They're having marital problems.
I hope they can work things out.
Doing the laundry is a chore.
I hate folding clothes.
It was an arduous journey.
It was long and challenging.
The suppression of free speech is a serious issue.
Everyone should have the right to express themselves.
There's been a large influx of tourists.
The city is crowded.
It was a traumatic experience.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Is it feasible to complete the project by Friday?
It's going to be tight, but we'll try.
The earthquake was catastrophic.
It caused widespread devastation.
He's a novice at cooking.
He's still learning the basics.
The garrison is well supplied.
They're prepared for a siege.
The archive contains valuable historical information.
It's a treasure trove of knowledge.
He was a passionate abolitionist.
He fought to end slavery.
The design is very intricate.
It's beautifully complex.
She's become frail in her old age.
We need to take care of her.
Her dedication to her work is admirable.
She's truly committed.
We need to refine our strategy.
How can we make it better?
That's a plausible explanation.
It makes sense.
The famine caused widespread suffering.
People were starving.
Please write your name in the margin.
Should I write it at the top or bottom?
The team achieved synergy by working together.
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Do you ever feel nostalgia for your childhood?
I miss those carefree days.
Her work transcends traditional boundaries.
It's innovative and groundbreaking.
The government called for a referendum on the issue.
Let the people decide.
It's pointless to speculate about the future.
We don't know what will happen.
The illumination in the room was dim.
We could barely see.
I could discern a faint figure in the distance.
Could you tell who it was?
What are your aspirations for the future?
I hope to make a positive impact.
The Human Genome Project was a major scientific achievement.
It unlocked so many secrets about our DNA.
She has excellent business acumen.
She's a shrewd businesswoman.
Try to see things from my perspective.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
We need to cultivate more tolerance and understanding.
I agree, the world needs more compassion.
He's a keen observer of human behavior.
He notices things that others miss.
There's a divergence of opinion on this issue.
People have different viewpoints.
Her tireless advocacy for human rights is inspiring.
She's a true champion for the cause.
They face a formidable challenge.
It won't be easy to overcome.
There's a kernel of truth in what he says.
There's some validity to his argument.
Are there any volunteers to help with the cleanup?
I'd be happy to assist.
The corridor is dimly lit.
It's a bit creepy.
What's the jury's verdict?
They've found the defendant guilty.
The curator is responsible for the museum's collection.
They preserve and protect the artifacts.
She reached the pinnacle of her career.
She achieved great success.
A brisk walk will invigorate you.
It's a good way to boost your energy.
The annihilation of the city was a tragedy.
It was completely destroyed.
We need to enhance the quality of our product to stay competitive.
Absolutely, improving its features will attract more customers.
I advocate for more sustainable practices in our community.
That's a great idea. We should present it at the next town hall meeting.
The refugees sought asylum in a neighboring country.
Thankfully, they found a place that offered protection and safety.
This terrain is so rugged, it's difficult to navigate.
We'll need specialized equipment to get through safely.
Let's delegate some of these tasks to the team to meet the deadline.
Good idea. Assigning specific roles will speed up the process.
The scent of freshly baked bread is reminiscent of my grandmother's kitchen.
It's amazing how smells can bring back so many memories.
The ancient inscription on the stone is fascinating.
It looks like it tells a story from thousands of years ago.
This storm puts the hikers in great peril.
We should warn them to find shelter immediately.
The virtual tour of the museum was incredibly detailed.
It felt like we were walking through the exhibits in person.
The foliage in this forest is stunning during autumn.
The mix of red, orange, and yellow leaves is breathtaking.
Listening to this song brings a wave of nostalgia.
It reminds me of our school days and all the fun we had.
Her speech was so eloquent that the audience was moved to tears.
She has a remarkable way with words.
The rainforest is a crucial part of our planet's ecosystem.
Its destruction could lead to devastating effects on biodiversity.
Can you help me decipher this handwritten note?
Sure, but it might take some time to figure it out.
I speculate that the company's profits will increase next quarter.
Let's analyze the market trends to confirm that assumption.
The story's poetic descriptions made the setting feel magical.
It's as if you could see and feel the world the author created.
Ancient civilizations often built impressive monuments.
Their architecture tells us so much about their culture and beliefs.
The flight was delayed due to turbulent weather conditions.
Hopefully, it clears up soon so we can take off safely.
Their reconciliation after the argument was heartwarming to witness.
It's good to see them talking again and letting go of the past.
The lunar eclipse was breathtaking to watch.
It's amazing how the Earth's shadow creates such a phenomenon.
He is ambitious and dreams of starting his own company one day.
With his determination, I'm sure he'll succeed.
The royal family takes great pride in their lineage.
It represents centuries of tradition and history.
The prophecy foretold a hero who would save the kingdom.
Everyone is eagerly waiting to see if it comes true.
We need to diminish the amount of waste we produce.
Switching to reusable materials would be a good start.
The artist created a statue as a homage to the city's founder.
It's a beautiful tribute that captures their legacy.
She enjoys the seclusion of her cabin in the woods.
It's the perfect place to escape the noise of the city.
These exotic fruits are imported from Southeast Asia.
They have such unique flavors you won't find anywhere else.
Her thorough analysis helped the team solve the problem.
She covered every detail, leaving no stone unturned.
He has an aversion to public speaking.
It makes him incredibly nervous to stand in front of a crowd.
The author gained renown for her groundbreaking novel.
She's now considered one of the most influential writers of our time.
The observatory hosts stargazing events every weekend.
You can see planets and galaxies through their powerful telescopes.
Kindness is a virtue that can inspire others.
Small acts of kindness can make a big difference in someone's life.
We need to synchronize our watches before the mission starts.
Good idea. It's crucial that we're all on the same timeline.
The annexation of the neighboring territory caused a lot of controversy.
Many people felt it was done unfairly without proper consent.
The mountain's formidable size makes it a challenge for climbers.
Only the most experienced mountaineers attempt to reach its summit.
Crossing this threshold will lead you to the enchanted garden.
Once inside, you'll feel like you're in another world.
The dancers' movements were so kinetic and full of energy.
You could feel the rhythm in every step they took.
The discovery of the ancient city was a monumental achievement.
It provides invaluable insights into early human history.
The answer to the mystery remained elusive despite our best efforts.
We'll have to look deeper to uncover the truth.
The cafe's ambience is cozy and inviting.
It's the perfect place to relax with a good book.
This holistic approach to health focuses on the body, mind, and spirit.
It encourages balance and overall well-being.
The light spectrum includes all visible colors.
It's fascinating to see how each wavelength corresponds to a different hue.
The new manager was a catalyst for positive changes in the workplace.
Her leadership inspired everyone to work more efficiently.
Her agility on the obstacle course was impressive.
She completed the course faster than anyone else.
Their endeavor to clean up the park made a noticeable difference.
Now, the community has a beautiful space to enjoy.
The feeling of inferiority can be damaging to one's confidence.
It's important to focus on strengths and achievements instead.
He expressed repentance for his past mistakes during the meeting.
Everyone appreciated his sincerity and willingness to change.
The clarity of the instructions made the task easy to complete.
I didn't have to ask for help because everything was so well explained.
Parents nurture their children with love and care.
It helps them grow into confident and kind individuals.
The benevolent organization donated supplies to the disaster-stricken area.
Their generosity brought hope to many families in need.
She handled the negotiation with finesse and secured a great deal.
Her skillful approach impressed everyone in the room.
The artisan crafted the vase with incredible attention to detail.
It's a beautiful piece that shows true craftsmanship.
The budget allocation for education was increased this year.
It's a step in the right direction for improving schools.
The singer's voice was so melodic that it captivated the audience.
Everyone was mesmerized by the beauty of her performance.
The feasibility of the new project is still under review.
We need to determine if it's practical and worth the investment.
As an apprentice, he's learning the trade from a skilled carpenter.
Soon, he'll be able to take on projects of his own.
Her versatile skills make her an asset to the team.
She can handle a wide range of tasks with ease.
The indigenous people have preserved their culture for centuries.
Their traditions are a vital part of the country's heritage.
Vigilance is necessary to ensure the security of the event.
Any lapse could lead to unforeseen issues.
The relationship between the two companies is built on mutual respect.
They work together to achieve common goals.
He pledged allegiance to the flag during the ceremony.
It's a sign of loyalty and commitment to the country.
The reservoir supplies water to the entire city.
Its maintenance is crucial for everyone's well-being.
The lake was so tranquil that it reflected the mountains perfectly.
Sitting by it felt incredibly peaceful and calming.
Her legacy continues to inspire new generations of artists.
It's incredible how her work still resonates with people today.
The illumination from the lighthouse guided the ship safely to shore.
Without it, navigating in the dark would have been impossible.
Yoga helps maintain a sense of equilibrium in both mind and body.
It's all about finding balance and harmony.
The sudden manifestation of the disease surprised the doctors.
They're now trying to understand its cause and spread.
The sanctuary provides a safe haven for endangered animals.
It's a place where they can live without fear of harm.
It's a paradox that technology connects us, but often makes us feel isolated.
Balancing its use is key to maintaining healthy relationships.
The conductor will orchestrate the entire performance tonight.
His leadership will bring out the best in every musician.
Her explanation sounds plausible, but we need more evidence.
Let's investigate further to confirm its validity.
The revitalization of the downtown area attracted more visitors.
Now, businesses are thriving and the community feels alive again.
The archives hold important documents about the city's history.
Researchers often visit to study them for their work.
His reverence for his mentor was evident in the way he spoke about him.
It's clear that he holds him in the highest regard.
This flower's peculiar shape makes it stand out in the garden.
It's unlike anything I've seen before.
The national anthem was sung proudly by everyone in the stadium.
It was a moment of unity and shared pride.
The tapestry hanging in the museum tells the story of a historic battle.
Each thread contributes to the vibrant and detailed scene.
The doctrine of the organization emphasizes equality and respect.
It guides the actions and decisions of all its members.
Her resilience after facing so many challenges is truly inspiring.
She never gives up, no matter how tough things get.
They reached a compromise to settle the dispute peacefully.
Both sides made concessions to find common ground.
She was nominated as the best candidate for the award.
Her hard work and dedication truly set her apart.
The new solar panels are a viable solution for reducing energy costs.
They're efficient, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly.
The laboratory apparatus includes beakers, test tubes, and a Bunsen burner.
Each tool is essential for conducting experiments accurately.
The guard dog acts as a deterrent to potential intruders.
Its presence alone is often enough to keep them away.
The cultivation of this rare plant requires specific conditions.
It thrives in warm climates with plenty of sunlight.
Completing the marathon required incredible endurance.
She trained for months to build her strength and stamina.
The child wandered astray and got lost in the crowded market.
Thankfully, the authorities helped reunite her with her family.
The performance was mediocre compared to his usual standards.
I think he might not have prepared as thoroughly this time.
The ceremonial dance was performed to honor the harvest season.
It's a tradition that has been passed down for generations.
The consensus among the group was to postpone the project.
Everyone agreed that more preparation was needed before proceeding.
The entanglement of cables behind the desk made it hard to set up the computer.
We need to organize them to avoid further confusion.